Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform, a busy weekend in Du Bois County, or at least in the eastern or southern, I guess mostly the eastern part of Du Bois County, because in Birdseye they're holding their Birdseye Cruise, which is part one of kind of a two-part fest sort of thing that they do, with the fest being kind of changed. Well, let's find out about that in this edition of WJTS Inform. Joining us in the studio is Kelly Zehr. She is on the Birdseye Fire Department. Also joining us is Bret Eckert, who is a past member of the Park Board for Birdseye. Thanks for coming in and talking about your event.
Thank you.
First of all, what's going on in Birdseye this weekend is to help the fire department and the Park Board?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 30 years now. This is our 30th anniversary of our picnic, we call it. Again, it helps support the park and the fire department both. And as you said, this is the first part of 2 weekends, basically, of it. So
Part one of of two parts.
Yes,
So
part one of two parts.
let's talk about what part one is, and that's the Birdseye Cruise, which that's fairly new.
yes.
Yeah, that started a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that hasn't been around for 30 years.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
not
Okay.
quite.
Let's talk about what is the Birdseye Cruise?
Well, it's everyone comes to the park between 11 and noon. We leave at noon. Registration starts at 11. And it's $10 a person, 16 and older. 16 and under is free. We'll have food there for a little bit if you want to eat before we go, or take something with you to eat. And we'll just leave it in the park at noon and drive around. We'll probably hit about 3 counties, and usually about 3 or 4 hour drive, and a few stops for everyone. So
And not to simplify it, but really, this is just a Sunday drive, isn't it?
absolutely.
Okay, I mean, there's no
Yes.
contest. This is not like
No.
we're racing to get from one point to another.
No.
This is not a poker run.
No.
This is just everybody gets together, bring your
Yeah.
car.
Yep.
Bring your
or
car, your Jeep, motorcycle,
motorcycle.
whatever you want,
Yeah.
whatever old vehicle's fine,
Do you have to wash it?
whatever you want. No.
No, okay, it can
No.
be dirty? Okay, well then
No.
I
We're going to be on some back roads, so it may
Yeah.
get
no,
dirty.
so that's
Yeah.
okay anyway.
Yeah.
So this is this the same route every year, or do you
No.
kind of change the route up?
Change
is
it
the
every
route
year.
actually planned to go, we're going to do
Yes,
this? Tell me a
yes.
little bit about the route if you can.
Well, Jeff and Pam Englert every year, they go driving around several weeks before. This year they've really had fun because of all the road construction. So it has been extra challenging for them this year to try and find a good route, but they've done a really good job. Usually they just drive around, write down different roads, different ways, check different, look for scenic stuff and a good place for everyone to stop, and for restroom breaks and stuff like that. So, but I mean, hats off to them, because they go through a lot. I mean, it takes them a few weeks to plan a good route, and they do a really good job. They usually cover 2 to 3 counties and really have a good turnout.
Sounds like a fun sort of event without any real commitment. You just simply show up
Yes.
in your vehicle with your crew, and
Yep.
you just follow everybody else.
Grab a hamburger, grab a drink,
Yeah.
and then you take off and just sit back and relax,
Okay, and you said it's $10 a person?
Uh-huh.
And that
16
money
and
goes
older.
for the Birdseye Fire Department and the
Yes.
Birdseye Park.
Yes.
Part of the picnic, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And this is kind of a lead-in for the picnic, which will kind of be next week, but we'll talk about that in a moment.
Right.
They meet at the Birdseye Park. Birdseye is not huge. It's that big gravel lot is probably
Right.
where you're
Basically,
Right.
yeah.
between the railroad
Yeah.
tracks and the
Yeah,
highway,
you
right?
really
Yeah.
shouldn't miss it.
Okay.
and if you do, you should probably stay close to the guy in front of you on the route, because
you're gonna get lost.
You're going to get lost.
And you said it's about a 3-hour drive, so people kind of commit.
Yeah,
a
usually
3
try
hours.
3 to 4. Yeah.
Okay. And do you accept check? Is that, or most people pay cash?
Most people pay cash, but
probably the easiest
but
way
you,
to do
I
it.
mean, you can write a check, because we will have T-shirts for sale. They're $15 each. Normally, we bring one with us, and we
Yeah.
both realize that we
forgot your shirt.
we both forgot a shirt. So, but anyway, there will be T-shirts there for sale, cruise shirts, and then the food and all that. So we'll accept a check for sure. But
And again, it starts at what time?
a registration starts at 11.
11. You're going to leave at
Take
noon.
off at noon.
At
yeah.
noon. Okay. How many people normally do this? Not how many people, because there could be 4
Yeah.
people in a car, there could be 2 people in a car.
Yeah.
How many cars normally?
We generally hit what?
40, 50.
40,
right
Yeah,
around there, usually.
yeah. We usually
That
hit.
is neat.
Yeah.
That's a neat way to do it without any complications of the poker
Right.
run or any of that. You just get together for a Sunday drive.
Yes, and with the COVID and all the everything going on, this is a perfect way for everyone to get to do something and still keep social distancing.
Yep.
Being in their own vehicle and all that. So,
Now, this is kind of leading up to next week's picnic, which won't occur. What are you going to do next week? What's going to happen now?
Next week we're going to have the food, of course, because that's always the big draw anyways. We'll have our ribs, chicken dinners, and hamburgers, and we'll have the tornadoes too. So basically next week we're going to have not only the drive-through, but then Kelly, who is in charge of, we're having the car show.
Okay.
Which is, as she says, social distance anyways, because
Yes.
nobody
No
wants
one-
their car banged
right.
up either way.
Right, and people are pretty well spread out at a car
Yeah.
show anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They've practiced social distancing for years. So,
And
yeah.
that car show you're talking about Saturday, right?
Yes,
Yes.
next Saturday,
Okay.
Yes.
the 22nd.
To not get people confused.
Right.
The cruise is Sunday.
Right,
Yes.
this Sunday.
The Birdseye picnic is Saturday.
Yes.
Pretty well all day because the car show is mostly in the morning up through the evening or
Right.
through the day. Okay.
The car show,
Yeah.
it's 8 o'clock is the opening of registration, ends at noon, and then we give trophies out at 3.
And then food is served at what time?
All the what starts
11
at
o'clock,
10.
yeah.
For us at the car show,
Car
we'll
show,
start
yeah.
at 10.
They'll have the hamburgers and tornadoes up there, and
Yeah.
then the regular dinners start at 11, and we'll serve those all day drive-through at the regular firehouse till 7 o'clock that evening.
Okay, and you keep saying tornadoes. What are you talking about?
Tornado potatoes.
Tornado.
Tornado potatoes.
Tornado potatoes.
Tornado potatoes. I call
Okay,
them
something
tornadoes.
special for Birdseye.
Oh,
is that
yeah.
one
Yes,
thing? Okay.
yes.
It's been a
It's
hit
not the
the
one
last
thing
few
you've got,
years,
but it's
yeah.
one thing
Right,
that kind of sets
right.
you apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, we do also want to mention that the St. Anthony Fire
Right.
Department is holding
Yes.
their picnic, which now is a
Drive-through.
drive-through meal
Yes.
pickup
Yes.
and raffle,
And raffle.
Yeah.
that they are doing this Saturday.
Right.
Not because yours is next Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
Theirs is this Saturday.
Right.
So please make sure you go ahead and support
For sure.
both St.
Yes.
Anthony and
Yes.
Birdseye because they are two
Yes.
different weekends.
Absolutely.
But the Birdseye Cruise, which is on Sunday, I hope you're totally confused because I am. The Birdseye Cruise, which is on Sunday, is really like a separate event.
Yes. Yes.
Anything that you guys would like to add about this?
No, we just appreciate the firemen and the community to come out and help
Yes.
support. And again, it's just a good family fun event this Sunday. Like you said, we got everybody's weekend planned for this weekend. They can come out Saturday to St. Anthony, get their dinner, and then Sunday just take it easy, come out and cruise in Birdseye and
Cruise in Birdseye.
around the county and a couple counties and just have a good time.
And then next Saturday, go back to Birdseye
Yep.
again for the meals that you
Yes.
have. And Birdseye is a small community.
Yes.
So you're close knit, you have a lot of fun together. But this is also a way for the county to support Birdseye
Right.
because you're an important part of the county.
Yes, which
Exactly.
we greatly appreciate.
What do you have this money earmarked that you make off of these for anything, or is right now it's just kind of everybody's kind of just day by day going through life?
Yeah.
Is there like a
Well, each year the park, improves themselves. They're looking to get new equipment pretty soon. They've just updated the walk trail,
Right.
so the walk trail is completely finished now at the park. And then, of course, for the firemen, and they're getting ready to get a new firehouse
Yes.
next year. So basically, it's kind of earmarked, but
Yeah.
we got plans. You know how plans just keep rolling. So.
well, and for people to understand that nonprofits like the park and like the fire departments
Right.
and like all these nonprofits, many of their fundraisers have really been hurt.
Yes.
Or cut back
Yes.
because you won't make nearly what you did because of COVID
Right.
and because you can't have events like
Right.
you'd like
Exactly.
to. So it's more important that we come out and support whatever's going on in Birdseye or St.
Absolutely.
Anthony
Exactly.
or
Yes.
Ferdinand or Jasper, wherever it happens to
Yes.
be. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks to both of you for
Well,
coming
we
in.
thank you.
Well, we're glad that you came in. Our guests have been Kelly Zehr. She is with the Birdseye Fire Department. Also, Bret Eckert has been with the Birdseye
yeah.
Park Department. They're just the ones that always get to do the TV show
Oh, yeah.
with us here at WJTS. We encourage you to go to the Birdseye Cruise this Sunday, registration at 11. We'll talk to them next week more about their picnic, which is
Yes.
going to go on next Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.